Hello everyone, welcome back to both the channel and the stream. We are officially at session 101. We have been doing Duel Masochist for a whole year, so here is to the start of year 2, which I am looking forward to. We've actually got a deck that managed to do a roughly 50% win rate last stream, which I think is pretty impressive. Like, granted, some of those matchups were just like favorable. We don't have the best odds for opening like that, perfect hands or anything, but like, it's getting better. There's, not much else to say. This deck is improving. Which does remind me, we have forgotten to just... There is a win button to include in this deck. Now, some of the time it's going to be a brick. How often are we opening the generator field spell? 4 cards. Just 4 cards in 46. It's not the highest of odds. If we get it with boss stage, it does win us the game. And yeah, the issue, like, we could also play Summon a Monk for more consistency into the generator parts, but we're not playing enough spell cards. We're playing, like, more traps than spells, and way more monsters than both. So, as much as we have 2 of this, I don't think that's the include at the moment. What do we have? Burn. Draw. Oh yeah, that one's spell trap out. And then this one is an individual card. I think we just knock this for that. It's 2 forms of mass removal versus 1 form of specific removal. It probably won't be too long before we have to give that a proper update. We did change up stun a little bit by adding in exactly, I think, Messenger of Peace, and I don't know that we added anything else. It might genuinely just be that. We could add in Origami Goddess. This does coin flips, this does coin flips. If we put in Misjudge, that does coin flips. In fact, flip a coin. Toss a coin. Huh. But yeah, we've got, like, Misjudge, we got the Pendulum, we've got a Desperado Barrel Dragon, which is crazy. I don't know if we play enough Dark Machines, but I think we kind of have to. Goddess of Whim, Toon Barrel Dragon. What Dark Machines can we play in this? Probably, I think we'd need to look into it, but it's another coin tossing card, and that gives more relevance, just ever more relevance to Origami Goddess. Do we just throw it in as a one-off? Maybe, but we're not thinking about, oh, we have 2 couple of ace. But yeah, we're not thinking about stun today. We're thinking about the same deck we have been playing for ages, and let's just get the login reward. Okay. But yeah, we're thinking about the same deck that we've been playing day in, day out, and probably, I think we'll play it just for this month. Like, I know it's not necessarily the most fun, just watching me play the same old deck until we get enough cards to change it up significantly. But I feel like it's a lot easier to play a different deck down in gold. Like, weaker decks, other decks that you just haven't given a chance or haven't given a test since you revised it. Now, them sleeves do not give me much confidence. Nor does the mate. Yeah, they are not link summoning, are they? Well, joke's on them. I've got 2 punishment targets, which I can just mill. Oh, Necro... Wait, no, it's just stun. No hand traps. Normal summon Ecclesia. Normal summon the barrier statue. Okay. So in theory, there's punishment. There's punishment. They need a monster. They need a face-up monster. Okay, now... we have to think about this logically. I think the logical move in this scenario is AB. We know that's punishment. Do we care about Necro Valley? We care about the barrier statue. I don't know if we care about this other face down. We do care about Necro Valley. I need to think about it. I'm not sure what we MST. They're popping the monster anyway. Like, probably. They are popping the back row. Okay, let's pop Necro Valley. There goes my trap. That's fine. Right, now the question is, what do they attack in with? They've got another punishment. They've got another earth. Yeah. We do it. The effect negate doesn't matter, it's just about can we keep this on the field in some regard. We know they have punishment in hand, possibly another punishment set already. Oh, that's an earth monster, that is hilarious. Normal summon. In theory, they do punishment. There are earth generators. Whether they fear the earth generator is different. There's the punishment. Ciphering Lord Omega. Main 2. Fenrir. Fenrir. Ogre. The thing is, I know that if they just, you know, they would just start and kill Fenrir. That's why I waited. Granted, I might just be dead. Yeah, there's another punishment. So it's not dead on board, because they only have 35. But if they have, like, another 1,000, that will do it. And I can't summon the trap, because the trap is a normal water monster. They've got foolish targets. So it's about what do they have in hand, I guess. Not enough. But they have another punishment, right? Which does kind of put me in a pickle. What happens to your Time Lord stuff when you need it? Condemned Witch. That doesn't do it. Normal summoned, yeah. During the main phase. So they have punishment. They do just kind of have it. Okay. 2 attacks on monsters, and only if it battles an opponent's monster. End phase. They're going to wait for me to play into it. So I contribute some of the Bestial. But what's the point? At the moment, I'm much better off just passing. What's the high end? Do you reckon they're saving a big punishment? Because they've used... Wait, hold on. 1, 2... Okay. Take 25, or take 15... 500. 500 is fine. Take 1,000. But now, can you do punishment? Probably can. Is it Untus? It is. Fun and interactive gameplay. Love to see it. Welcome back to Master Duel Masochist. What would have done it in that instance for us? Not much. The answer is not much. Would anything have done it? I guess Birth. Birth, Special Fenrir, normal... what's his face? No, Enter still clears that. Open our own opponent? No, I don't think anything does that. Unfortunate. But you're going to get games like that. We went pretty good for our win-loss ratio last stream, so, you know, there's got to be some karma for it, probably. Right, we don't get to choose. We are going second. I'd love to tell you that, like, so much has changed, but the thing is, like, we did this yesterday, you know? Not much has changed. I have gone to work for a day. And it's about the limit. And that's about everything. 60 cards. Gold Moon Coin. That is not an optimal card. What do you put in my hand? What's the benefit? Monster Gate, Foolish Burial Goods. So an FTK, right? I just get a Foolish Spell Trap. Is there any Spell Trap I want in the grave? I could put Lost Wind in the grave. Or the Cubic Seed. Dolce. I'm not sure that this is how you're supposed to play it. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you started with Gold Moon Coin, Goods, and Monster Gate, I have no idea what the rest of your hand could contain. Unaffected by monster effects except its own. And they immediately rank up out of it to make a la mode. Okay. Vernisylph, right. So that marks about the end of their plays, as far as I could tell. They get a search for a spell trap. That's a weird restriction. You must control, you know, a Madolche X type. It's not exactly what you expect. Chateau. Okay. So now what? Oh, not so bad. We've still got Valor Engrave, so I'll take that. We've got Chalice. If we get another boss stage, it's largely irrelevant. There's a 4. Does not have a once per turn. Okay, I was very wrong to say that this is where they've stopped. But you would probably assume this is where they stop. We have a Nidhogg and we have a Naglfar left in deck. What are we going to have to do? During your main phase, you can normal summon an additional. So there's an additional. We're going to shuffle something into the deck, but how? That's a soft ones, but they've... that card is... Oh, it hasn't left the field. Fresh. Oh. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll return you. I don't know if they need types. I don't think they do. Doesn't seem like it. So they're going to get a spell trap set. Which makes me think about what the spell trap set could be, because they have an in-archetype counter trap, I do believe. They have 2 of them. Get this. Special summon this one from hand. That gets you another... Yeah, when special summoned. That's another search. Why did it just look like they had nothing? Am I just like... I guess I'm completely unfamiliar with Madolche playstyle. That's the idea, right? They didn't shuffle it. Added to your hand or... Okay, so what's the plan? A couple counter traps? Ticket. Promenade. Okay, you're about done, right? Yeah, cool. Right, we've got Chalice. They don't have a counter trap. So... let's start with Clockwork Knight. Become Machine. I don't know if that's relevant to anything. Probably not. Okay, it turns off Ticket. So that's cool. What are we thinking? Activate Valor. Pitch. Nidhogg. Special Valor. Valor effect. What are they returning to the hand? Oh, one in the grave. That's fine. So yeah, they add it, but they can't special summon it. They do get set a Madolche spell trap. I can normal summon Lock to tag into a different one, but I don't know what we tag into. No, I know what we tag into. We tag into Beat Stick. So we go Battle Phase. Right. I don't see anything protecting them. So let's try it out. Shuffle it into the deck. Great, but that's a once. Once. That's not, but that's fine. So we go main 2. Special 9 lives cat. Yeah, we'll put it in the EMZ. Activate. Detach Valor. Summon out Nidhogg. Because that stops their main plays. Then we have that. And we have Torrential for worst case scenario. I like where this is at the moment. Also, we can just negate the trap they set earlier. I'm pretty sure. Oh, okay, so they... not necessarily, is the answer. Oh, what are you banishing? That was your additional normal. What if we just... stopped it? What if we just stopped it? Alright, this is safe from the trap. But I think keeping Phantasme on the board and 9 lives cat is pretty good. I gotta target 2 monsters, which means you've gotta target one of mine. Which means this or this. And we will just negate. We will pitch Utgarda. Negate. Now you get an extra normal summon, but if you link summon or anything like that, we can just stop that. So, there's a 3. That's your actual normal summon. Set Madolche spell trap, that's okay. I think we're in a good position, but I could not tell you. Promenade. Again, that's fine. We still have a Phantasme. And we're going to keep it too. Magdalene. Okay. Now what? End phase. Yamatako Orochi. So yeah, we do this. Detach the other material. Target this. And win the game. Because you targeted a card, I get Phantasme negate. And you haven't set anything else that's a negate, so I just stop this and win. And we'll pitch this. Between Lion Lives Cat resolves, we get this out. This resolves. We get Ha. Change this to attack and just sweep. Again, those do not matter. Like, they don't have Battle Fader. And even if they did, I could negate it. So, GG's. End of the game. You win some, you lose some. We lost pretty handedly to Stun, they lost pretty handedly to us. Who probably also seem like Stun, I guess. Yeah, just 60 cards. It can't be right, can it? 60 card Madolche. It can't be right with, like, you know, 2 reasoning, 2 monster gate. You probably want 3 reasoning. Although I guess your opponent, well, your opponent may or may not know what to call. If you're willing to play reasoning, I can only assume you'll want your monsters milled. Some of them, anyway. Right, let's see what we can get from 3 legacy tickets. We can get a Mask of Darkness. Fantastic. Proglio. 2 monsters accept tokens. Flip monster, normal, Gift of Greed, and half or nothing. Yep, unsurprisingly, we're not playing any of those. Also unsurprisingly, too many clicks. Let's see what we can get from the Master Packs today. First win of the stream. It's gonna net us something good, right? Also, just, yeah. Just good to double check. Right. Another Mecha Phantom Beast. We have a significant amount of these, I just don't think they do anything, unfortunately. Kage Mucha, that's good for any rank 3 strat, so that's cool. Vicious Claw. Gains 300. If it would be destroyed by battle, return to the hand, destroy 1 monster except the one that battled, and if you do, burn the opponent, then summon a token to your opponent's field. Sure. So you can't use this offensively, it's a defensive tool. But I'm still not sure quite why it's good. You're giving your opponent a generically useful token with decent stats. Call me a little confused. That helps with the flip deck, I guess. This works on Infernoble, but, like, it's not fantastic. It's a card. And that's decent-ish. Helps out Cosmos a bit, but do we care? Or do we think we're going to do that so reliably that we'd have to play it? Another Springans, that's good. Anything to boost the consistency. Must be special summoned with Dark Fusion. Don't they all? Fiend and a Warrior. This card is just actually good, but the problem is we don't have Dark Fusion. And again, that means drawing, you know, the Spring King's Castle, or activating it from the deck with something like Metaverse, and then getting away to Fusion Summon with a Fiend and a Warrior. Right. Power Code, the second. Break Sword. That's a good rank 3. Generic materials, just removal. Yeah, and it summons 2 Phantom Knights from Grave. I don't know how many actual Phantom Knight cards we have, but we could look into it. Libromancer. It is generic ritual support, I guess. Sure. And Unknown Synchron and 6? I don't actually know how you'd say it. I also don't know what language that is going to be an anagram for fish. Oh well. Certainly some pulls. Obviously the Breaksword, and I think next up the Spring Guns are probably the best ones from that. But they're not amazing. So let's take a quick look at Phantom Knight cards. We have a number. We have a decent number of Phantom Knights. That's a rank 2. How do you... Oh, use the spell traps and get the rank 2, right. Yeah, that turns itself into a level 2 monster. Same original level. Okay. Level 3. That doesn't turn itself into one. Then the only other ones that turn themselves into are this, this, and this, which we do not have. Oh, and this. So yeah, we have Phantom Knights, but they are much more suited to 4s and 3s. Discard 1 card, send a Phantom Knights from your deck to the graveyard, except this. You can banish this card from your graveyard, add a Phantom Knight spell trap from deck to hand, which means we have searchable Fogblade. Banish this card from your graveyard, add the Phantom Knights. So... Torn Scales plus 1 card. Foolish is this, which gets us Boots. Boots then special summons. We can make Breaksword, pop a card. We can then banish the Boots, add Fogblade. Oh wait, no. From your graveyard, increase their levels by 1, and then you cannot special summon except for Dark. That makes Redoer. So it's a pop into Redoer off of 1 card if we draw... No, off of 2 cards, but we need to draw Torn Scales plus a card. I'm not sure there's another Phantom Knight card we'd rather get. Yep, this is... I don't think there's anything else whatsoever. This guy's got hard once per turns? Yeah. And what about these 2? Each effect once per turn, yeah. I mean, it's, you know, it's Arc V, but... Who's to say? If the card target dart monster changes to defense. Stop thinking about things that we're probably not doing for a minute. Let's focus on the here. Focus on the now. Focus on them wins. Focus on seeing if we can get this deck to diamond. Maxion. I don't know if I like that name. It doesn't ring the right kind of tune. Right, what are we looking at? We are looking at Fenrir. So, we special summon Fenrir. I feel this is pretty easy. You just do that. You get yourself Ogre. You set 1. You set 2. You set 3. You set 4. Do your best Sun impression. Activate boss stage. Evenly matched. What do you keep? We keep Fenrir. That really sucks, but I think we keep Fenrir. Now, give us Kashtira Birth. No. It's alright. Can't have it all. Okay. What are the odds this is a Masochist deck? Or stun. I mean, that's your normal summon. Like, there's no way I'm not, right? Bye-bye, Moye. You now have 2 tuners. And you've used your normal. Battle phase. I'm not sure triple tack is going to be relevant here. End phase. Fenrir control might just do it. Just keep banishing the 1 card and the 1 card and the 1 card. Until we can get ourselves to Kashtira Birth. Lightning Storm. Okay, so we can just special summon Ogre. Granted, they're gonna do Moye. We saw them get another Moye. That's just wrong. That's the wrong card. Unless you don't have another one in hand. I guess that was the condition, wasn't it? I can't even read it. Let's just check. Where's Moye? Yep. Right, so... What if? Bye-bye damage. Now we know they have Moye in hand. Victoria, Heavy, Luna, Clockwork, Mirror. So that's the first card. Do you have dragons in the grave? You will have a dragon in the grave. Oh, I need a dragon in the grave. So I don't care about that. I care about Luna. And I guess I next care about Clockwork Knight and Storming. But I've got a couple of turns until then, so we're good. They did that in end phase, of course they did. What is the deck they are playing? Like, I don't actually know what they're doing. Are you summoning Chaos Angel? They are summoning Chaos Angel. I don't know what I can do about that. I need them to activate a monster effect, and they're simply not going to. An effect by a monster effect activated. Right. This is turning into a real shit duel, all because of an evenly match. Olenoids. They have the game. They just have it. Because of evenly matched. And the rest of their deck is dog shit. And yeah, we kind of knew they'd be drawing that. So, yeah, just... fuck me, I guess. What are the odds of them drawing evenly in that deck? 1. What is that deck? What even is this shit? Fuck off. Of course, I don't have immediate access to Ha and get hit by evenly matched. That's how it goes, right? Okay, 40 cards, no extra. So, stun True Drake or something, you know, similarly positioned. Normal summon. Search. We got a Bestial that'll work on their turn. Whether it's banishing our own monster or banishing theirs, we gotta find out. But this is solid. No, it's not. It cannot tag out. Have I made an oopsies? Might have made an oopsie. Set. Desires. Yeah, go for it. Marju, do you think? What do I do from here? They've got just a full... Okay, so it's... burn, stall, something like that. Chalice. Secret Barrel. Yeah, that's not doing anything. Not at the moment. Like, we're not dodging out of that. Right, let's try this. Festival Invitation. Which is gonna hurt them immediately, right? Like, maybe I'm misunderstanding, but I think that immediately hurts them. Unless this just can't be destroyed for one reason or other. Cylinder. Sure. Take the 300. 1500. Self-destructing ant. Each player takes 1000. Inflict 1000. Alright, we're at desperately low life points. There's 100. 100's 100, you know? Oh, right. Yeah, I've got to pay attention to that as well. They haven't activated Morganite, they've just got the 2 cards in their hand in this cut that they haven't activated. Which, if it was Secret Barrel, they would have shotgunned it by now. Let's get rid of this. It cost me 300. Just put Har on the field. Just put Har on the field. Just in case. I can't... What can I know? What can I do? I think I can go to battle. No, this card is set. The effect is a face-up card on the field, so I'm going to take 300 from this, but it's not my life points, you know? Because it's still on the field when it tries to resolve. So it's working that out. They really holding on those timings. Oh, it's me, chain on. Pass turn. I can afford to have one more card sent to the grave. That's it. If they summon a guy, I can aggregate her. Do I just wait? No. The outcome's the same either way, right? So yeah, we just negate its effects. We do that now. I take 300 from that, but that costs them the game. Because that other card cannot be activated, and they would have just shotgunned whatever it was by now. That was a little too close. But how... Just how much can you prepare for burn? without making yourself then horrendously weak to whatever other deck you're playing against. That does count as one of our 5 wins for being under 2k life points. So we'll thank them for that and nothing else. Very bad Floodgate, but sure. Okay. Yep. Well, these are, in fact, Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Can you believe it? And none of those are going in the deck. Right. So, what about the Master Bag? Again. You hold anything spicy? Do you hold anything special? Right, what are we looking at? One shiny card of some kind. Xyz Silo Dolphin. Sly Dolphin, even. Another S-Force support, that's good. As in, like, it's a good S-Force card. If we're going to be playing them, we need it. And we need it at max copies. Sergeant Electro. Fire Machine, I guess. I don't know if that's anything. Very shiny pack. Right, let's start away from it. Another Pikaia. Still not really on the level for full Paleozoic. Sure, we're not on Ice Barriers either. Oh, that's an ultra rare. Okay. Yep, the materials alone mean that we're not really doing this. You're on Calling. Ooh, we're getting closer. We are getting closer. Dual Avatar Fists. I don't think we can even summon this because I don't think we have 2 main deck monsters. That's super. Memento Darkblade. Discard a Memento, then target a spell trap. During your main phase, destroy a Memento you control, special summon at level 3 or lower. I don't think we have that many. The card that is really worth checking out from this bunch is Neuron Calling. The next one is the Memento monster, but the first one is Memento. Or the first one is the Numeron. Because we have a number of the rank ones. See what I did there? Number? Yeah. No. We're missing... Okay, so we're missing number 3, and we're of course missing the field spell. Which means that we're still ages away from it. We have 3 Bridgehead now for S-Force. So the best thing we could do is try and cycle Horn Dragon, I think. During your main phase, destroy a Memento you control, and if you do, add a Memento card. Normal special summoned. If this card is destroyed, you can target a Memento that's banished from your grave, add it to hand. Destroy a Pokemon, you can special summon this card. Either add it to hand or special summon it. We've got 1 Bone Party. Okay. If a Memento you control leaves the field because of an opponent's card effect. Yeah, that's not happening. That's... they must attack this one at 2850. And that's the only effect it has. Ancient Gear effect. And it's kind of like an advantage game if I can kind of just like cycle these guys. 3 or more Mementos with different names. You can special summon this card from your hand. From your hand or grave. So we could kind of like loop them a little bit, right? No, that's from deck. Add it to your hand. In your hand and or face of field, or this card is in your grave. Okay, so you can loop these 2 with the field spell. But that's the extent of our plays with that then. And as for our S-Force cards, we're missing all the good ones. Yeah. 3, 4 SRs and a UR. Although, Bridgehead is just Rota. Like, straight up just Rota. Cannot change battle position. Okay. And is banishment leaves the field. We could possibly get this. We could possibly get this. Maybe this, maybe this. Oops. Right. Yeah, no changes. No new decks being, you know, overhauled or anything like that. Just next game. I thought the spell challenge took some time. I think it's going to take some real time to actually, get ourselves to the life point one that we're currently participating in. We've done 2, and we need another 3, but it's just like, it's never intentional. You're just not doing it yourself. So we've got Metaverse boss stage. I think we just set both Summon the Time Lord. ... Is that the thinking bit, or is it just like, is that the extent of the Dane? The blank, the void. Fill in the, fill in the blanks yourself, I guess. You add a card from deck to hand, and, then you're gonna get it, but for the moment you're fine. Being hit with evenly twice in one session is mildly infuriating. The Time Lord's not doing anything, they just skip their battle phase. It's stun. It's just stun. On the other hand, I'm completely fine with this. There's Chaos Mirage Dragon. What if I just summon? Just for some damage. Negate all dark monsters. This is a light. What if I just 1,000? Punishment. Natus, probably. Fuck. Now I'm not fine with it, because they just hard drew punishment. Man, what a hand. Set another mystery card, and done. This is going to be a long game. Seed. Well, hold on. Activated. Okay. It's still Marshmallow. It just doesn't do much more than that. It still acts as a blocker. End phase. Lopter. Oh, I can do that. Lopter. Solemn. Well, I'll do that then. And strike. The other one's warning or judgment. Well, should I have attacked? They've probably got Mahama in hand, in all honesty. That's actually made them pay 15, which is more than he would have put on in damage, so there's that. Yeah, the fact that those two aren't set. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. We will banish this one. Nah, we're good. We're just gonna run battle phase, and we'll poke you. And you may heal it off if you're not doing that. What have you got in hand? Oh, Lava Golem. Is it just Lava Golem? Pot of Duality. Well, now they can't Lava Golem. Punishment, Ecclesia, Wall. So it's Ecclesia to get punishment. They want to crash. No, they don't. Titanic Lad. Adding a handle special summon. Yeah, I guess you're not locked from special summoning, are you? But it's a dark monster. Torrential. That's not terrible. I mean, I think I just set it. Like, they're going to go battle phase. They're going to swing into this and have to punishment. Necro Valley. It is a fun game indeed. Yep. I mean, why let me keep anything longer than I absolutely have to, right? Garua, but it's a dark. Yeah, I'm not sure you thought over this Shadow Imprisoning Mirror. Now, some of them cannot stop a set of a card, so we'll just do again. End phase. See, that's funny, but the problem is it's not high enough for attack. I don't think I even bother setting it, right? I wait for them to out the indestructible. Yeah. This is going to be a long, grindy game. We might still lose this. Assault Synchron. I think I can special summon that. Which would allow us a tribute set. Which is funny. It would also allow us a synchro summon for Yazi. But Yazi then doesn't get his effect. He gets Zeta. But what's Zeta gonna do? Also, they're just gonna stop it because they have a Solemn. So, just chill. We can make them bin their extra deck very slowly. They're on 12. They're not gonna bin it much faster. They've been through 2 punishments. The only way we can threaten it is currently by destroying their cards. Valor. That might be it. Because that's not enough, or that's not a monster summon. Necro Valley negates that. We take 700. And we synchro for this. Because you can't use Judgment. Now, granted they just have a wall, but like, who cares? And yeah, I'll just pass there. It's some investment, but like, again, who cares? There's another Clockwork. which does put the difference in their favour. They are going to deck out before me if they don't out my one guy. Can they out my little guy? Because if they can't, they do lose the game. I'm not sure I even bothered setting Inspector Border, honestly. They filled up their spell trap zones. This is Solemn Judgment, so they're going to have to negate something they want to do. I'm good leaving it at this, you know. Another Torrential? You shouldn't have. The thing is, like, what does actually out this board for us? Nothing, right? Like, I'm pretty sure, like, absolutely fucking nothing. If I can get, like, Chalice into boss stage. Do I have a Nidhogg in grave? No Nidhoggs in grave. So yeah, Chalice into boss stage does it. That's mildly funny. But of course it's not like, it's not existing on the field. So we'll just set it anyway. It's funny. At bare minimum. I'm not really summoning it for myself ever. Ever. Oh, but they did leave it on the field. Yeah, we definitely leave that. What do we banish in this case? Is it just Ryo? I mean, okay, actually, we don't do anything. So, you guys read any good books lately? They've got 18 cards in deck. They're playing Stun. I don't think they're doing monster effects. I don't think they're smart enough to solemn their own card. Speaking of our own cards and what gets us out of this... I like where we're at. They've got 16, I've got 24. I think we're fine. And Punishment of our own. Yeah, we 100% set that as the last card. It's monster removal, yes. And then, okay, the Floodgate was probably a mistake to set. Because we don't have an immediate way to trigger it. We're relying on getting boss stage. Oh no! Anyway, there's another one. And yeah, okay, they found the missing one. Do I have, like, a Link 2? Do I have a Synchro Water? I do actually have a Synchro Water, that is funny. I can Tribute Set. Like, Tribute Set also bypasses Judgment. Does Judgment work on flip summons? This doesn't have related cards, no. Do the Solemns have related cards? I don't think they do. What do you consider a good time from a film? I think we just leave it. I can pitch Destrudo. What do you like? What do you guys like to do in your spare time? I'm what is it? I'm stopping to procrastinate working on the profile banner and the profile pic. That is slowly coming together. And I do mean slowly, but, like, it's getting there over time. Oh, that's Nidhogg. Which doesn't work at the moment, but, it's fine. And I have remembered that Destrudo won't work, but that's fine. Damn, my special summoned monsters. They legit don't have an out in their deck. They have blocked up their own board. It's interesting, you know? They're not going to link summon. Normally I just have topics I like to... Oh yeah, I guess, like... I'm thinking about playing the TCG again soon. Like, next weekend or so. And I'm torn between, like, Goblins and Generator to play for my debut again. The real answer for what I should play is Monarchs, but I haven't got the new cards and I haven't tested the new cards. And I don't feel like just running old Monarchs again, because they all just, like, lose to the same things. So, like, sure. Yeah, I'm not going to make a push for game. But yeah, like, I just hadn't been in some time, and when I went shopping for my brother's birthday, I decided, like, I was going to go a few places. I was going to go get some books, I was going to go, what was it? I was going to go get some books, I was going to go get some socks, I was just going to have a wander around town. And, you know, I did that. And I got a few things for myself as well. But I've got John, or... No, sorry, I treated myself to going to Reroll, Board Gaming Cafe in Leicester. It's a lovely place. I like going there. And I just kind of stopped playing TCG. I'm sure I've already talked about this several times, but, like, I went early in the year, and then just kind of quit. Like, soft quit, just, you know, well, I guess you'd just say taking a break, but, like, yeah, just taking a break from it. And I've just kind of not got back into it in paper play. How many cards have I got? Yeah, like, I'm super safe on this. That's not live. And, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Finally. I'm looking forward to going back to in-person play. And just actually, like, doing this a little bit sociably with a not-so ill-constructed deck. Although I have been slightly tempted, because I believe I have every card. Yeah, they really locked themselves out of the game, didn't they? I saw every monster except for the Albaz. Okay, so they had an Tuss left in deck. You had to send a fusion that mentions Fallen of Albaz. They used this. They didn't use this. They didn't use this. But they couldn't have activated it anyway. But yeah, I mean, the thing is that it was clearly Solemn Judgment they had as the last card, because it was a summon response window. And it worked on normal summon, but not on special summon. So, yeah, I think it was just correct to just, like, sit. It obviously was. But yeah, I think I do have actually just, like, every card in this list. If I just double check, there's maybe a card or two that I don't own. I've just got to check what they are, if that's the case. Of course, Borreload is banned in TCG. So that's a thing. I probably don't have the Bestials, actually. I think that's genuinely what I'd be missing from this list. I think everything else I might have, with the exception of Tyrant Throws. I probably have an Assault Synchron somewhere. And I should have Mirage Dragon. Like, those are the iffy cards. But yeah, I did think about, like, what if I just built this awful deck that I'm currently playing anyway, just for giggles? And just, you know, play TCG with it. And the answer is no. I think it would be, like, funny for one duel. But a normal locals, last time I was going, is, like, 3 to 5 rounds. And I don't think it's going to remain fun for that entire time. So... well, that's a new one. That helps out with Pearly, actually. Oh, and this is the OTK one. Hell yeah. I like this. That's actually a pretty good pull. Time Space is not a bad card. This one's fine. Doesn't have a max for the amount you could equip, but does have, like, kind of soft caps, probably. For its attack. Obviously, it has a soft cap for... well, it has a hard cap for the amount you can equip. It's 5, but... but yeah, like, going back to TCG should be enjoyable. I did treat myself to getting a little bit of product, which I haven't opened yet. I'm just kind of saving it, I guess. Another Sargass, that's real cool. Also, that's a second, that's a third, that's a second. What's the ultra rare? Ooh, that's so good! That is such a good pull. This is generically fantastic. Like, it's an expensive trade. But this, let's see. Yeah, it doesn't lock us into anything. We just need to pitch a spell trap and himself to send a card. It does send for cost, so you can do stuff with, like, Bestial's Called By, I guess. And same for the second effect. It does send the thing for cost, so you can Bestial this. But this is just like a 3500 beat for a turn. It is indestructible. I love it. Like this, and we have... what? We have Guardian? I'm not sure if we have either of these, but we definitely have Guardian. So, you know, that's a pull. That's, like, really good. Let's check what we have that's actually related to Eldritch. And Eldritch probably just goes in the stun pile. We have a Cursed Eldland. We have Eldorado Adelantado, but it needs different names. I love this card, but it's just, yeah, not for us. We have White Destiny, which can get us Eldritch back from the grave. And we have Guardian of the Golden Land, which basically allows us a little bit of rank 8 access. And it also does attack modulation, which is the more important thing. We don't have the thing related to this, do we? No. How do I find that, actually? Is it related to you? Oh, we do. We have one of it. But yeah, the problem is that we don't have the fusion, so I thought we had the fusion for some reason. But Eldritch is a crazy pull. 2, 2, 4, 4. 2 of this. How are the Springans looking then? Still pretty bare bones. Yeah. And we're really hard relying on trying to get to this, which is currently Metaverse. This card. Springan's Booty as well. That makes 3 copies. Which is not the best. Branded Spell Trap, which this doesn't count as. Is it you? Add to your hand, target Springans. Where's the... They have some way of searching. What are your ways of getting to this? Oh, we also have this. That's kind of neat, actually. It does protect the field spell. Is it this one? Yeah, we don't have Watch. Okay. I'm still kind of aching from climbing yesterday. That's another thing. it means that, like, I had a good session, I guess, but, like, I'd rather not ache as bad as I do at the moment. Or as bad as it was earlier. Like, it's still present, but it's not as bad. Did not want to have to pick up Vandals today. That was not a thing I wanted to be doing about first thing in the morning. But, someone came for... It might have been a sliding door. Oh no, they came for the side panel. For this, van. King's Alt. 5911. I have no idea, but we do have win button. Max C. I'm not summoning this turn, you idiot. I don't think we even set the seed. I think it's just this. And we wait. Assuming they don't Ash Blossom, this is in theory just a win. Or otherwise negate its effect somehow. Stop it from resolving. Right. So... neither player can normal or special summon. So, what do we do? No, we do this. We get our tokens. Imperm on Lopter. Imperm on Lopter is kind of rough. We should have gone for just... Okay. We misplayed. Although we can still, you know, do exactly what we want to do. Yeah. What are we thinking? Are you clearing a token or are you clearing Lopter? You're clearing Lopter, right? No, you're clearing a token. Accept tokens. I'm just misreading it. I'm just fundamentally misreading it. It's not a win button. There was a very obvious reason. Okay. Change for attack position. In fact, yeah, just... we'll do it. They didn't set anything. So... is there a deck we want to play? Paleo. We would play it in Paleo. What is the one they just set to their field? Okay. And we can set this. And we can just go battle phase. Run into this. Main 2. Special summon. What do we want? 9 lives cat? Yeah, 9 lives cat. We detach. Right. Yeah. Okay, we detach this turn. And just bring it back out. Me talking about this being a win button without reading a line of text on it. Sounds about right. Sounds pretty typical. They thinking about something. Well, we've learnt from our mistake, you know. Here's Ha. Is there any way we can convert tokens to normal monsters? Probably not. Okay, you've got a ninja on your field, now what? Okay, you got 2 ninjas. Slightly curious what they plan to do from this point. Link Summon. Not sure they read. I don't, apparently, but I don't think they do either. And that can't be evenly matched, so yeah, we cool. Anyway, there's a card we need to take out of the deck. After thinking it's such a good card. Let's do that before we forget, because we're going to. Is there anything we want to put in instead? Probably not. Eldritch is, like, really damn good. How damn good? How many spell traps do we have? We have a good few. Do we just want to put them in? Generic Big Beat Stick. Helps us synchro summon for the high levels, and is actually reusable, so like we can use them with both of these. We can have Destrudo target a 6, and then make, you know, Destrudo the 1, and use Destrudo as well. And as long as we have spell traps to send, that makes Eldritch fine. Is there anything... Yeah, Counter Trap is related, because it mentions Eldritch. What about Zombie? Just generally Zombie. Power Struggle. Ghost Fusion. Shinobi Necro, Zoma. Zombie Reborn. Target zombie monster in either graveyard. Banish a monster with the same name from your deck or extra special. Nope. Nope, not that one either. What about you? We're looking at probably decent spell traps, I guess. Yeah, it doesn't really look like we have anything that makes Eldritch super strong. Like, he's just good by himself, but, like, you know, nothing that makes him better. Which is fine. Eldritch still Eldritch. We just won it all. We're back in, you know... Is that correct? Yeah, we just gained 100 gems. We just gained 100 gems. It is correct. Oh yeah, I briefly started talking about the profile thing. Like, I've come up with... I've finished the eyes, kind of. I need to do, like, the eyelids, I guess, or the surround. Whatever you want to call it. And I also, like, really need to do the background. But, like, the actual eyes themselves are done. That's a good card to have a duplicate of. Not this one, but this one is. And I kind of like the way the background's done, but the way I've done the eyes is very pixelated, and the tool I've been using for the background is so smooth. Like, it just doesn't... You put the eyes on top, and it's so jarring, because you can tell about the fact that they're different. Do we have to control a Ryziel? Because this could just attach to Redoer if we don't. Which is a bit of a weird kind of, you know, thing. Oh, hey, speaking of S-Force... Each of your opponent's monsters in the same column as one of your S-Force monsters cannot target the monsters in the same column for its attacks. In its same column for attacks, okay. It rotates through the S-Force in deck and banished, okay. And Escape Device. This is a decent card to pull, as far as, like, you know, cards for that bit go. Ryziel Mass Driver. In theory, I can activate this without controlling a Ryziel. This is also our second Ryziel card. Which is just weird. at this rate, you'd reckon that I might get a royal of it, just because, I don't know, reasons. We haven't had a royal... No, we had a royal rare not too long ago. What was it? I forget what it was. I say not too long ago. It's probably a few weeks ago at this point. We don't probably have as many, you know, royal rares as we maybe should after the amount of packs we've opened. Damn. Ooh, what I would give to go first with this hand. Okay. Oh. Dark World. Are we against Dark World? Danger Dark World. Please no. That's Dogmatica. And if your opponent controls a monster, yep, I guess that works. So, they ritual summon the big Unga Bunga 12, right? Which means we can't be relying on our extra deck this duel. Link 1. Almirage. Okay, yeah, I can see that. The thing is, I do have a guy on my field, which is actually going to be annoying. You're going to make Mechaba? Is that what we're doing? We're making Mechaba here? No, you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of the turn. So not making Mechaba. What can we do? We can dump Pegasus. But what's the other one? Are you pitching Garua and Titaniclad? Garua Arclight. Nah, not far. 1. I can put a Link monster in the grave right now. Probably not making Zeraboros. And the reason we're putting Zeraboros is on the off chance we do get to Borreload. That makes it a hefty negate. I don't think we're going to. I'm not sure we should really be continuing this duel. There's White Relic. Did you already add the Albazoa? Are you not playing Albazoa? Is it in your hand already? Silent Magician. Okay. Is it a 12? It is a 12. They have Albazoa. Right. Here's where the thought comes in. Oh, they're looking at my extra deck. Probably. Opponents. That sucks. Borreload. Just making a guess. Transverser. That's like just the wrong choice, but yeah. So I mean, Tarantula's one of the few things that'll actually work on this, right? Yeah. Right. I can banish this stuff from the grave. So I think it's this lot. I think that's correct. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately this hand isn't doing much. They've got a lot of cards in hand. Iris Sword Soul. That's not the worst. That fucking is, though. What can I actually do in this scenario? Do you have things that protect? Yeah, I don't think they do. Set one, set one, set one. Normal summon. This needs to reach the end of the battle phase to return. Discard one card. What can I kill? Just the one? So let's just beat the one then. Let's call it a turn. We've still got Torrential. Cosmic. It's not like my favourite position to be in, but it'll do. Yeah, we're gonna negate that. Huh. I guess that's why you did it. What two am I sending? Am I making rank 9s at the moment? I don't think I am. Yeah. They're going to pop the face down, obviously. Like, they can tag Lopter, but, like, what's that going to do? They're just going to hit the face down. Fuck you. It wasn't correct to try and... You love to see it. It was the one play I had. What's the point? Can't do anything on their turn because they activate Maxi, and if I give them draws, I'm handing them the game on a plate. Can't do anything on my turn because they've drawn the counters anyway. Excuse? Oh no. There we go. Okay, I don't know what that was about. Right, let's try it. Best of luck me, apparently I need it. And as far as best of luck me goes, I kinda like that. Normal summon. An attempt to search. Ash Blossom, negate. Cool. Don't know why you're using Ash on that effect, but that's fine. Clockwork. Lost Wind. Punishment. Teekboo. Let's see what you can do. See what they start with. Mimigul. Oh no, it's Mimigul. Hello, Mad Gaming Addict. How do? I need to... What do I need to do? Chain on, probably. I can negate my own Mimigul. Yeah, right. So I think this is the play. They search, they have to send a monster. So hopefully that gives them bad enough economy. That's fine. Oh, everything's a machine. So, oh, I should have had Teekboo on face up. My bad. So, this was special summoned, right? Yeah, they made a Flip Pendulum deck, which is kind of cool. Okay, I think we just leave it. Until after it resolves. Transverser. Fucking with me. No, it's fine. We put Archfiend here. And your opponent adds a card from deck to hand. No, I think it's really cool. Like, genuinely. I know it's got, like, stupid potential for, like, FTKs and shit. But I think it's cool. I stand by it. I love the design. Anyway, good luck XZ summoning or any of that shit. Triple attack. Set a normal spell trap. What is the normal spell trap? Pray tell. Maker. Simon Dragon. Okay. Yeah, we're good. You can do that. It's okay currently. Yeah, this is still fine. They can add a Mimigul, but, like, what are they gonna do? Because I'm pretty sure that these just, like, get sent immediately to the grave. Like, they can't put it on their field, and even if they do, it just immediately goes, because that's how Tikabu's worded. So, yeah. Do you think they realise that as an Xyz deck, they are screwed? What are we doing? Aggregator? Yeah, we winning. Let's go. Is that one of our first victories over Mimigal? Because I feel like it is. That has taken us a long time to get any kind of hand up over them. Oh, it's so good. We're actually winning. Something else that, like, I think I may have mentioned this on stream before, but I'm kind of procrastinating my procrastination in a way sometimes. Pulled a floodgate, but it's a bad floodgate. Well, I pulled the floodgate last stream, and I thought it was a win con, and I read it closer to just now. It's not a win con. Not in the same way I thought it was. But yeah, I'm kind of like procrastinating. I did not mean to do such. We just, you know. So that's a dual avatar. We're not playing it. Hypnosis, though. Pendulum requirement. Requires Tistinas. Requires DDDs. Fiends, which isn't the worst, actually. That's fine. Furhire, Fabled Raven, Torbus. Oh wow, yeah, only one of those is a new card. Gee. But yeah, like, I've got a whole load of films and series and things I just haven't started watching, but are just kind of sitting there waiting for me to. I've got so many games that I haven't started. Like, I feel a bit more productive because I did actually start pulling up. Did actually start to do more work on the profile, banner, picture, etc. for the channel. But, like, to what extent is that relevant? Right, I mean, so we've drew the search target. It's just Fenrir. Like, it's always just Fenrir. Huh? No, not Ha. Lopter. Okay, that gets hit by an ash, that's fine. I don't like it, it's not ideal, but it's okay. But yeah, I've treated myself to the entirety of a Batman series and the entirety of a Sonic series recently, because they were like things I'd seen in childhood and just haven't seen in ages. So like, yeah, why not? Let's you know. No. Get banished yourself. Okay. Now what? Set one. Pass turn. Love to see it. You gonna stop me? I plan to stop you. Right, change. Set. Battle. Attack in for 2/4. We still have a Fenrir on board. We have components to Synchro Summon an 8. We don't want to. We want to get to the Kashtira spell so we can actually get things online. Oh, they really needed that field spell, didn't they? I am so happy with that. What could I do here? I can make a link too. I don't have Synchro 9s. So, set this one as well. Battle. Just poke in for 24 again. I think it is just that easy. Now, the problem is, I think Malice can deal with one of their cards being banished during their combo. Like, even though face down banish is, like, really good removal, I think they can deal with it. You know, Imperm would help them deal with it. So they were just waiting to draw... Well, no, they had Imperm. They were just waiting to draw a starter. Let's do this. And, yeah, just, like, you know, we'll activate it. It's negated for the turn anyway, so... What's the chances they double Imperm? Very low. Okay. Let's see. Set a Malice Trap. What are we doing with the next turn? Because we're not dead. They're very close. No, are we dead? They kind of do firewall shenanigans. I don't know. I think they activate the trap that gives them life. Surely they have to resolve that, otherwise they're going to be... The combo might actually be a bit too expensive. They have full combo, but can they pay for full combo? Yeah, actually that's all the main deck names, isn't it? Yeah, they can pay for full combo. Splash Mage. We doing access shenanigans, probably. We've got V-Jam. Nothing else. V-Jam is just, like, you know, a guy. I'm willing to sit through this because, like, I don't hate our position. Transcode. Yeah, this is definitely access code kind of things, right? Get Splash Mage back. This is the other bit. I'm still, like, not familiar enough because most of the time they just kind of win. Like, they just have a position that allows them to just go for anything. Yeah. Add a Malice spell. That gets them the field spell. Yep. So what do you banish then? You've used everything, right? No, you haven't used that one. But yeah, the problem is they need to be, like, 200 points lower for me to be really, like, counting on this. Because this has a 900 point cost, so does the other one. But I think even then they're just going to have the trap that gives them life, which is the issue. If they didn't have that, I don't think that'd be such an issue. Because then they're walking on eggshells to just protect, like, 200 life. Link. Right, now I don't get battle phase effects, right? Negate any effects they activate during the battle phase. Okay. It's fine, right? Can only target for attacks. There's access code. How many links do they have in the grave? 1, 2, 3. They have exactly 3. Are they gonna banish? One. They're really cutting it fine here. It is the towers, but towers doesn't stop Marshmallow on. What stops Marshmallow on his access code, Talker? Fuck. Yeah, alright. That is the end of the game. Oh, it was so close. The thing is, we needed to, like... We needed to use Lopter to get rid of the Ash, right? Surely. So... What is it? Unless we held Lopter for their turn, that was probably the play. Anyway, I'll be back in a minute. I have a important little thing to do. So let's just turn off stats, turn on the route. We'll be right back, and... Well, yeah, be right back. Couple minutes. Right, I'm back after the hiatus. Now, very important break to be taking. Oh, I should probably actually swap those around again. Stats back up. I know they're not immediately relevant to right now, but I'm putting them back up anyway. Because I have been called away for the mandated. It was my brother's birthday on Thursday, and as such, I have a little bit of cake that I must eat. I'm being told I have to eat it. That was really sucky as a loss. 2 imperm, not 3 imperm, 2 imperm. Yeah, of course the field spells are 3 of. Again, I really need to learn what Malice do properly so that when I have interruptions I know what I'm supposed to be doing. Because I just don't. Ooh, we get a shoes. Put spoon down. Pick. You know that immediately increases our win rate as soon as you get going first. And to be fair, that's not the worst hand. So yeah, boss stage. Set 1. Set 2. Set 3. The torrential is a worst case scenario. That's very much understood. And I think we just want to go for her. Just to play it safe. That's from deck, you... Yeah, okay, we want to go her. because, yeah, this gives them one draw, which immediately makes them send a monster. Chain 1. They add... Why does Ha not trigger from that? Ha hits the field and they draw a card. Ha should immediately trigger. Add a Light Fiend, discard 1 card. I'm not going to negate that. I don't think there's much point. Because, yeah, add Light Fiend, discard 1, Lurry. Lurry effect. Ha effect. And I think we just leave it at that for a sec. So what's better, cake that's actually been in the fridge for a day or two, or cake that's just kind of fresh? Snake Eyes Fanbird. Hand or field to the grave. I mean, do I negate that? I kinda have to. Wait, did they just choose not to activate the effect or something? Excuse. From your grave, okay. When a card or effect is activated, summon a Fiendsmith monster. I think we leave that. We've got Chalice. Point in case. We've got Chalice. Depends what kind of cake. Well, if I told you that it's fairly, like, average chocolate cake. Chocolate sponge cake. Chocolate icing, chocolate filling. It's in the name, you know? And we still have an Omni Negate for whatever they've got. Which seems to be pile. The deck seems to be just pile of cards. Yeah, you go for it. Link 2. Sequence. That was their normal summon, by the way. I think we just have to negate this. Two cards left and it's Diabell, Star the Black Witch. Could you just, like, draw multiple Ash Blossom or something stupid? No, I don't want you to draw multiple Ash Blossom. Because you have not drawn, like, more Mulchamis or some shit. This is just a one-card combo, and I've used my entire, like, hand. So, Poplar... When do we fire Torrential? Add a Snake Eye Spell Trap. I don't think it's just yet. I think it's soon. As continuous spell. Link 2. And if you do special summon this card, right. That'll do. I'm good with that. There's Doom Dragon, of course. Just keep going. What are they gonna do? When are they actually going to kill Snake Eye? They've limited how many cards? They've limited 1, 2... Flamberge hasn't been limited. This hasn't been limited. This has been limited. 3 limited. Then you've got the wanted spell, which is also limited. 4 limits. And a ban. And Bonfire as well. Bonfire's another limit. 5 limits and a ban. When are you going to kill the deck? Also, am I just dead? I'm 300 away from death. But they have 1 draw and I have a boss stage. Linkaribo. Alright. Put my plate down. And finish with the cake. I no longer have a boss stage. There's Promethean. Oh, you just love to fucking... This was all a 1-card thing, by the way. One and a half. But it was just Diabell Star, get spell, go. That's just it, you know? You link these off. You're putting Diabell in the back row. Fuck's sake. Yeah, there's Sunlight Wolf. And you just have Promethean Princess. Is this a monster? It's a continuous spell, but it is a monster. Can you just stop? They're adding Ash Blossom back to hand. It includes normal summon. Of course it includes normal summon. How about you fucking stop? Cease. And the thing is, if I put this stuff in hand, they just get to do it again next turn. Like, this doesn't help me. I want to... I want to get a model of Snake Eye's Flamberge Dragon. And I want to make them feel... not with their hands, how that thing feels. I want them to feel that texture. I want it to hurt. In the most polite way I can phrase it. I'm trying to find more eloquent ways to wish people misery. Because there are so many times I just default to swears, and I feel like I'm getting lazy. There is a whole language, why don't I, you know, use half of it? instead of saying the same few words over and over again to vent frustration. We have 2 bestials, and we have... Why do you just send Aggregator? There's got to be a better send. So yeah, we leave that for the moment, right? Like, that's just how it goes. You leave it. We need them to get another attribute in the grave. Like, we need to have 2 Light Darks in the grave. Like, this sucks, but this needs to tribute another. I guess we're hitting the point where all the newer Yugioh players are climbing through Plat. Malice disappeared fairly quickly, I think, because that's been out for a little longer. But Yugioh's going to be the next thing that we keep seeing again and again. I guess let's continue on with what kind of cake. So, fridge cake or regular cake? I tend to prefer fridge cake, but that's because a lot of the time I have, like, chocolate cake, and, like, it's nice when it's, like, you know, fresh. It's kind of, like, gooey and everything, but I also like the lack of mess. The nice kind of cool sweet when it comes out of the fridge for a while, or when you've just kind of, like, stored it for a little bit. But then, I can't, like, I'm trying to think about regular kind of, like, vanilla sponge with, like, the kind of, like, jam filling. I can't remember the last time I had, like, that from the fridge. So maybe that's one I'd prefer, just kind of, like, fresh, as it were. How many? You still only have the one. Node. Oh, by the way, we have a copy of Node. We don't have a Royal Rare, but we do have a copy of Node. Which one is Ice? Because I thought we had a copy of Ice. Yeah, we definitely don't have Ice. We have a copy of Node. But, and then, of course, you go to something like Cheesecake, which is just great from the fridge. But that's kind of like the intention. And I feel like Cheesecake is probably the safest one to just, like, default to. I like Cheesecake. Yep. They do just have, like, full combo. I guess it's standard that you play plugin. So what I'm learning is that Yugioh is completely unplayable on budget, because this is all high rarity. These are high rarity. Your only low rarity cards are your Spell Trap light up. It doesn't exist in monster form. Oh, this fucking sucks. I have to let them do it, right? I have to let them do it. I don't like it. In theory, they're going to put in, like, lights and darks into the grave. That's the hope. If they do not, then we're still okay. No, we're not. They're playing around Relinquished Anima. Why are you playing around Relinquished Anima? There's Plasma Hole. Right, so they've got 2 fires in the grave. They're playing around Bestials. Why the fuck are you like this, you wee? No, come on. Use different language, you know? You're once per chain. No. You're not even once per chain. 1, 2, 3. Call it a turn. Yeah, we need to negate Detonator, but the problem is that this is just a monster negate, right? Yeah, this is just a monster negate. Hey, nice to have you in stream. Thanks for popping in. Welcome to the channel, welcome to the stream. I've got to let them do things. Like, I believe I just have to let them play for fear of Detonator going berserk and just popping everything. Because it's just not once per chain. Completely hinged on reasonable takes. Stay hydrated, drink some water. I have just finished a pint of squash. 'Tis warm, but it's not as warm as it was on... what? Even yesterday. Yesterday was warm. It's drastically cooled. And of course it was a lot hotter Monday last week. At Ignis, pop cards. What am I doing? They have so much protection, they don't need to care about it. Doing okay. A little bit frustrated with, like, the various meta matchups that we have. Where we kind of, like, draw a half-okay hand, but because it's just meta matchup, it just actually sucks. And there is nothing you can do about it. What if we targeted Detonator? Are you gonna detach another one? Okay, is that a light and a light? That's a light and a light. Which means we can go Bestial. There are only so many cards you can destroy. There are only so many cards you can detach. Now, I have a feeling where this is going. But yeah, I play Master Duel nearly exclusively because we're doing a challenge run. And it is taking time. There should be... yeah, the message is still pinned. We have been doing this for 1 year now. And we have still only made it about halfway up the ladder. Why am I sending a card from my extra deck to the grave? What's doing this? What am I missing? I don't know what I'm missing. I probably shouldn't have sent that one. It's out of material. Activate. Activate, I guess. I hate this. I just hate this. There's nothing I can do. I'm using every bit of removal and every bit of interaction I have, and it just doesn't do it. It's not like going first would have actually really solved it, because you just got punishment and cross out crackdown. It is just like it's just Ryzio. With the amount of time you've taken for this build-up, you better not be asking that you do art for the channel. We are losing the coin toss, which means we're going second. Yep. Tale as old as time. As predictable as the sun rising. Which would make the times that we're going, you know, first, while they win the coin toss, the equivalent of, like... What would it make it the equivalent of? If we say it's predictable as the rising sun. Just the sun disappears. We misjudged the clock by an hour. And exactly what I was saying, if you are asking about that, why? Why with the preamble? Why not get down to business and say hello? Please. Thank you. Well, not to be defeatist in attitude, but there is about the same chance of me winning this game as there is of me winning the last game. And given that the last game has its outcome determined already, I think you know what I think of that one. So, we'll just jump next. I guess it's karma for daring to win like half of my games last stream. Look at that, we're already ranking down if we lose. But we win the coin toss, which means we win the duel, right? Like, it's rock, paper, scissors with less steps. Oh, come on. This hand doesn't do anything. We've got a DD Crow sometimes. We've got a Steal and a Monster Negate. Now, if the sleeves are accurate, Ryziel just extends into the sun by the existence of the number 4. Which, that looks like Ryziel. Or Snake Eye, but I'm going to say Ryziel. Given the sleeves. Yep. Could have been TG. Could have been really shocked and surprised. Just... do they not have a better one to pitch for if they're going first? Like, just genuinely. Right, so that's a special summon. But I think what we do is we do this. Negate it. We crack down the next one. Because they're going to have another card in hand. You got to have another 4 in hand, surely. Yeah, there you go. Oh, that's a special summon. Huh. That's really unfortunate. But you can't tell me it was correct to banish the, like, aggregator. That doesn't track. Okay, the question is, are they making detonator or not? If they're not making detonator, we're pretty good. They're making duo drive. If this card is special summons, you can attach a Ryziel. So, yeah, we just do this now. We steal it. Ours. Now what? Okay. I like it. I still think we're in a rough position, but I like it. Oh wait, my guys are gaining attack. Let's go. 200. 27. Main 2? Do I want to bother? I don't want to put stuff in their grave. I'd rather keep it hostage on my own field. Now the thing is, they have a lot easier access to follow-up, but they didn't use their normal summon last turn, so I'm gonna guess they're kind of bricked. Which it looks like it. Okay, that's imperm. Which means what? So I contribute for Nidhogg. Because, like, that is just imperm. Which puts us nearly at game. 500 off. They can't really afford to take any damage whatsoever. And if they dare draw a card outside their draw phase... Well, no, what are they bricked on? They're bricked on hand traps, right? Yeah. I mean, I guess that's what they just drew. But that does mean we're in a winning position. We've got to summon negate for an Xyz. And they didn't draw anything useful, otherwise they would have played it. So, yeah. Read that really well, actually. Well, I think I did, anyway. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I didn't read it particularly well. Maybe I just played average, but that felt good. And it is, yeah, it's Rizel Fiendsmith. But it seems like they probably drew a bit of a dead hand. Which could include the Plasma Hole Mass Driver. Because, yeah, that's you control. Droll, probably? I don't know. They could have set Droll. But maybe that's not how they're thinking. Alright, we get 5 whole Legacy tickets. Place your bets. Yamato Dragon, big spirit monster. Draw until you have 5 if it inflicts battle damage. Which, like, it's decent. But it's like, it's a 2 tribute monster. It cannot be special summoned, so it's a 7, I guess. Birth does it, but we only have the 1 copy of Birth. Purpley Thorny, which we're not... I think it's not our first, and we're not playing it anyway. And a lot of these are just... That's a lot of text. Okay. That seems so bad. Anyway, Pineapple Blast is unironically better, but I think that might be up 5th, 6th copy. 3 of a kind. Poker reference in my card game. Yeah, we've got a few of that as well. In fact, the only 2 new cards were Purpley Thorny and the first one, which I've immediately forgotten what it was. Obviously not good enough. And we get an upgrade to an ultra rare. Is that for sticking in? Is that for not just throwing in the towel? We got 6 Sam card. Magic-y! I don't know what we have from their support, but this is a very important card to have. Yosen Whirlwind, which, yay, more Yosenjus, I guess. Destiny Hero, Lunalight. That still assumes we can fusion summon. We can't. We really can't fusion some of these cards. Rika support, Rika Petal. Nice. And what's the ultra rare then? That is a good card. There is one problem. We have this, we have this. We don't have this. And that's the issue. Our only way to get to these pieces is Labyrinth Tank. This guy, who we have 2 of, we need the field spell, really, but we don't have the field spell. Gate Guardian can be bricky. The best... Ooh, that would have been a sick Royal Rare. Right, one more pull, right? Yeah. That was the first one. And we're on an odd 100 of gems. Right. We could have just about anything in this pack. Including a Horus monster, but not the good kind. Harpy's Pet Baby. Sure. But, like, I don't think we're playing it. I don't think we have enough Harpy Ladies. Like, even remotely. What do you do? Add a face-up Dragon Pendulum. It's a scale 0. With no lock. But it's normally the high scale that has the lock, right? If you have 2 cards in your Pendulum Zones, and a face-up Odd Eyes Pendulum in your extra deck, you can special this. Can't Pendulum Summon. During damage calc, sure. Like, this effect sucks. This is fine. Gives us a scale 0, but again, I'm not sure that does a lot. Pendulum Slop is not a deck we've looked into much. I need to, I guess, by just virtue of, like, I've got Pendulum cards. I literally have not gazed at them in the way of making a deck. Just, like, ever. Yeah, we're just missing this guy. We've even got, like, 2s, which makes it just marginally more consistent. But not consistent enough. Especially given the fact that it's Gate Guardian. It is a lot brickier than a good few of the decks you're going to be finding on the ladder. Duel Master. And we are going second against them. Which means we lose the game. They are Duel Master. John Duel. John Master. We got Kashiroga Lopter, which gets us to a rank 9. They've also got Kashiroga. They've got a Kashira Trap. We are in trouble. They also didn't play into that. Oh, come on. No, they're actually playing Kashira. That's a Fenrir. But unless they get rid of that, that is Anima Column. Which isn't ideal, but it's, like, it's removed. It's out of circulation. Nope, there's an Xyz. And it's in the EMZ because, you know, just smart. And then you make Shangri-La. Yay! No, this Shangri-La. Rise Heart? Arise Heart. I'll get the right name eventually. More criminal. Ah, the Lost Wind. That would have been good. So, like, yeah, they make the Xyz 7 just using this by itself. And then they can just once per chain attach a card, right? Each time a card is banished. So, yeah, the problem is they've also got interaction. Like, I could attach Fenrir. Great, then what? I think Gabrion's a really cool card as well. Are you summoning the card, or are you just flipping it face up? Just flipping it face up. Special summon a Cash Tier. Now the thing is... No, that's a once per chain. Oh, but they've just resolved it, so... Each time a card is banished. In theory, they haven't set Imperm. You know, I like it when it works. This brings a smile to my face. I did not click end phase. Did I just click end phase? That is a mistake. Well, we're going to find out, maybe, what the other part of the deck is they're going to be playing. They're down an Ogre, they're down one Rise Heart, one Theosis. Granted, all those cards I've just mentioned are at 3. Yeah. And they're down a Big Bang as well. So they are actually down a few cards from the deck, which makes it mildly more consistent. But how many are they on, actually? That's 40... That's 43. That's 50 cards. We're on a 50 card deck. Right, so that's... What, are you getting this back again? No, you're just normal summoning, aren't you? Yeah, its effects are negated until the end of the turn, which means that it is no longer a Marshmallow, and my opponent seems to just have straight line to lethal. Shuffle everything away. If you give them the same number of cards, it ain't gonna do anything, I guess. Except they aren't going for lethal. You've had lethal. Like, it's not a question, they just had lethal. Well, what do you banish? I am mildly curious, actually, out of those 5. Probably not the Phantasme. Boss stage, yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, you've actually left me with life points where you could have just had lethal. It's not like there's a control 1 clause on these guys. You're just gonna get him again, aren't you? Fucking... How do you creatively wish pain upon someone who is playing a deck like Cash Tier? There are a multitude of things, but like, in theory, it's just... In theory, you're spoiled for choice, but in reality, I can't think of anything that doesn't... I don't know, it just doesn't fulfill my needs. It needs to be visceral. We're going first after losing the coin flip. That inspires confidence in what I'm facing. In the fact that I'm not going to have a good day. We've got a Synchro 11. No, we don't even have that. We have Clockwork Knight. We have Marshmallow, and we have MSD. They have 48-13. What are you thinking about? I'm activating a continuous spell which doesn't read Special Summon anywhere in its text. What goes on inside that head? The machinations of his mind. Well, that's a turn of events. Yes. What? This doesn't change things. Like, you don't need any particular type on your field. This is the only card which requires a type, and it doesn't matter. Like, it's just that one card. Overall, the deck sucks, but, like, that aside. Well, I guess next duel, or next pack opening, get 2 whole packs again. And we've got a few gems since last time, so we're actually on an even 100 again. Keep in mind, a third one. We only got the second one of that yesterday. I mean, do we play 3? We probably do, right? We don't have the Box of Friends things. We don't have Mimigal, like, at all. I don't think that's even, like, a good card to just play at all. No. Because it's designed to fit in the archetype. If we're playing it out of the archetype, it's just with downsides. My opponent's on a flip deck? Wow. Give them advantage? Wow. Othros, FA card, Bad Photon, Blue Eyes support, which means it's just unplayable. Man, that sucked. Okay, no, it's technically playable. When you activate this card, you can, which doesn't mean that you have to. And then once per turn, target a monster you control, return that monster to the hand. Other special summon a Blue Eyes monster. Not White Dragon, just Blue Eyes monster. I don't know what we have in Blue Eyes monsters, but it doesn't matter. We don't have Blue Eyes White Dragon. It's not worth it, like, in the slightest. Which means it's just time for the next game. Again. Some people are having a good day. It could be me. I mean, I have pulled some decent... Like, we pulled Eldritch today. That is a good time. That is a solid thing that's going to just help us out in days to come. Though we haven't seen it yet. 41-13. What if we just Time Lord and Torrential? We keep it simple. Might as well be a tea set. Castor a Unicorn. Sure. What are the odds they go for Theosis? I think it's pretty high, right? Yeah, there's Theosis. Special summon. There's Fenrir. And there's Torrential Tribute. Bye-bye. Now, they haven't used their normal summon. There's birth. They just had it anyway. And you just get it back. Because... just... it's Mimigal. The Mimigal dungeon looks too kind for them. Those kinds of hands are what put you in the dungeon. Dare I say deserved. Okay, we've only got time for a duel or two, and that depends on how swiftly we win-lose these couple. But they are setting a card and passing. Setting 2 cards and passing. Okay. Well, that's a normal summon right there. We do that. Chance to do things. I'm going to assume that that was a solemn. Yeah, we'll assume that's a solemn. Just poke for 15. Set 1. Set 2. Pass turn. I don't want to give them more cards, but it is so much better if I can get my boss stage online. There is a chance they draw into MST, Ash Blossom, anything off this, but what can you do? Cashier Preparation. Use the effect. What are you getting, my friend? That one. Well, here's Ha. I am a little tired of just Kashtira popping around, to be honest. We've got Cubic Ascension, which we're probably not using particularly. We've got Tiger Kashtira, special summon with a different name, and different attribute even. So yeah, we do this, definitely. And we use this to get into you. Draw 2 cards. You added a card from your deck to your hand there. Do you want to send a monster? You've used that effect currently. There's Fenrir. There's Ogre. But you know what's funny? No. And there you go. Macrocosmos. Yeah, that's okay, honestly. change to attack. Do we want to synchro for 10? And if we do, what do we want to get? We could banish their entire graveyard, which doesn't really do much. I mean, I'm content to just go battle phase. They can block an attack with Fenrir, if they want to. So we'll just forgo that, because we know what's happening anyway. Do we bother? What would the synchro be? Oh yeah, we got an Xyz right now. But still, what would the synchro be? Yeah, I feel like we do it. End phase. They were thinking about it. Anyway, boss stage. One. Two. I just want to play this one right because we're in a commanding position. So I just don't want to... I don't want to let things get out of hand. I can banish this. Or I can just get Nidhogg from the deck again. I feel like getting another Nidhogg's pretty good. What are we thinking about? Dark Ruler. And I can't activate my trap card. Epic gameplay! Tribute for cost. Is there any reason? We leave it. We leave it. I should have done it, actually. I should have tributed a generator token. Okay, that's on me. That is my mistake, genuinely. They're going to attack with one card at least. Why the hell are you on Dark Ruler? They made me go for... No, they are playing Ghost second Cached Hero. Go for it. If you want to send the top 3 cards to mine, that's fine. Like, yeah, those are not cards I needed to be drawing anyway. Before the end of the main phase, that's fine. You're going to go into battle. You're going to banish one of these big guys. But not both of them. You're hitting Lopter. That's... Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, that's okay. You can do that. Right. Because the attack was already declared. Do we do this anyway? Yeah, Why not? I don't want to take the damage. You've already used Fenrir's effect, so why not? Negate. They're just going to use it as Xyz's material anyway. It's not like anyone cares, but... There's Big Eye. Big Eye steal the Gimmer, I guess. It probably then doesn't stay negated because I fucking hate you. What can I do in this scenario? It's just going to, like, actually cripple anything I do, right? Because it gets unnegated this turn. Yeah. I've got a normal summon. But they just get Fenrir and, like, who actually cares? That's just the end of the game. Wow. Interesting gameplay. So yeah, what can I do here? It'd be genuinely like make a Link 2. And that play just fucking sucks. So bad. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Not activate an effect? No. It's not a card effect. This is just battle. And I can do this, but it doesn't really do anything. It just exists as a guy. Har is banished. You're here. You actually need to be off the field, which really fucking sucks for me. I think Utgarda's a one-of in my deck. I'm pretty sure. Also, you just, yeah, just banish the field spell. Just... I want you to take Big Eye. And I want you to see just how big its eye really is. Point first. It's been miserable fucking games. You're on, like, the dumbest of shit. Counter. No one else is playing counter traps but you. You're absolute... These deck building choices are certainly something. Like, I don't get it. You're playing mix and match in, like, the worst way. If you play 3-ofs, like, you understand you play 3-ofs because you want to see these cards. But then you're also just, like, not playing 3-ofs. Not playing 3-ofs. I'm a little confused. Probably understandably so. How does, like, Cauldron of the Old Man have a place in this deck? How does Megaclops, for crying out loud? Right, I really don't want to end on that kind of being the last duel. Let's go for one more. And we don't get to choose, because why would we? You know, we didn't make it here on merit or anything. We haven't earned any of this, of course, no. I don't deserve to get a chance to play these games. I mean, I'm just going to guess Trap Tricks. I'm going to be bitterly disappointed when it's my 15th Kashtira matchup. No, but it is Stun. Which, honestly, that's, like, fine. Like, that's the extent of your plays. We'll just, like, normal summon and inflict 300. I'm good with that. Battle phase. Take 300. It's just funny. Main 2. Take 300. We set 1. Set 2. Set 3. Trying to think about what I can do with the next turn. There is not a lot. It might be try and tribute summon Phantasme. Clockwork Knight. Yep. Okay. I can't tribute summon Phantasme. Just realised. Unless I want to negate my own effects, which feels a little expensive. Cannot attack or activate its effects. Its effects are still online, though, which sucks. So what are we doing with Chalice? Phantasme, who protects me from targeting effects, so we'll take it. What do you possibly have? Do I look like I'm about to special summon? As long as they kind of, like, just keep normal summoning a guy as their turn, like, I think we're kind of okay. It's a little bit iffy. I mean, what, 1,500 clears at the moment, which is unfortunate. Dim Fizz. Okay. Naglfar. I mean, is it more damage? This is... So no, it's not more damage. But this is, like... It spreads it out more. I think this is better to go for. In theory. Probably going to get proven wrong in practice in like 2 seconds. Nope, there's an Earth Barrier statue, so it can at the very least be, you know, beaten up by Phantasme. Sure. You have 2 guards in the grave. I have 3 guards in the grave. Bestials don't do it. They set a whole card. Condemn Witch. That's funny. We'll do it. We'll grab another chalice. And we just beat up the Earth Barrier statue. Main 2. Remember to main 2. Right. If they do something other than normal summon, Condemned Witch will be able to grab, like, a fire. But that's the issue. They're just gonna normal summon as their first action in the main phase. Like, pretty certain of it. No, apparently not. They could be on hand traps, but I don't think they are. In theory, this deck will play Time Tearing Morganite. And we get Valor, and Valor gets the one from hand. And that probably seals the game, because that is Destruction Protection. What's that? Sure, it's not the... Like, those aren't the effects that are activating. These have all been in hand on field. That's the wrong one. At the very least, we go out on a win. Small things. It makes the difference. Kaiju. I still think we're going out on a win. Yep. Fenrir. I mean, it's very tempting, but no, we just want to conserve the damage. Targeted or destroyed by card effects. Right, okay, we have an out next turn. But the problem is the out next turn gives some possible ways back into the game. It does depend on what they get here, I guess, as it always does. Ryo. Sure. That's okay. I'm going to tribute summon. So, who cares? Go for it. That last card in hand can't be that useful because it's just been staying there. If you had this last turn, you would have summoned it, you wouldn't have set Gendo. Yeah, okay, I like where we're at. metaverse. That's actually really, really good. Anyway. 1, 2. Battle phase. We're attacking this one. Effect. What? I'm so confused. No. What? Sure. Sure, man. This is fine. It's fine. We've lost our biggest beat stick, haven't we? Yeah. What about our biggest defense wall? I think we've lost that too. Have you normal summoned a guy? No. So yeah, we do this now. Just gonna put it there. I'm gonna normal summon the Time Lord next turn. Destroy these two. Well, it's not even gonna destroy these two, it's just gonna destroy Ryo. How do I get rid of this? That's not helping. This is going to be a longer duel than I want it to be. And I could have gone battle phase there, but, like, I'm going battle phase out Gendo. No. No, I am not. We are summoning Ha. Field spell. Tokens. You know, I'm not actually going to let that go through. I wish to beat over Gendo. Just frustrated with the amount of stun that I've seen today, to be honest. I get sometimes meta bad. I get sometimes you get frustrated, but like, why is there so much stun here? Well, that's Lava Golem, and that still clears. Like, you do know that just clears. Also, I have Chalice face down, so that's kind of funny. Just a little bit. Sure. Token goes. What do we draw? B-Jam. Yeah, in that case. Big. And negated effects. I'm not taking the burn. Normal. Normal. Effect. Target. Summon. Oh hey, look, we hit the below target thing. This one? I feel like it's just this one. I did need to negate Lava Golem. Just the one time. There we go. That's all it takes. A year. Centuries off my life. Just for a dumb win over a stun deck. We really haven't been doing particularly good today. Where did we start? We started here. So 2-2. That's 5-5. Which makes that 7-8. Which makes that 8 and 10. To be fair, that is not as bad as I thought it was. It is still worse than we want it to be, like, completely honest. I don't know what the difference is that, like, you know, yesterday, literally yesterday, not even Thursday, we managed to get 9 in 17. Okay, so niche, but probably useful in some way. Not useful. No. Like, what does this card even... Yeah, no. Just no. Ye old fusion. Light Swan. No. Narapass. No. Like, it's a floodgate, but it's just, like, it's horrendously bad. Floodgates have to be somewhat playable for us, and we have to build our deck around them. Like, we can play just Inspector Border. Actually, that's a good pickup. Yeah, that's another Great Sea. Nice. Yeah, we can play Inspector Border because Generator Boss Stage is not a monster effect. That's pretty bad generally for us at the moment. Quibel. That's actually a good 7. That's just a good Dark Dragon 7. If Synchro, target, destroy. Simple. Works. I don't think it replaces any part of our current deck. But it's just a guy. We can use him. We're nearly out of gems already. We topped up not that long ago. 21, 20, no. What does it actually do? Pendulum monster you control attacks. It cannot be destroyed by battle. You take no damage. If a pendulum monster you control attacks, all monsters your opponent controls lose attack equal to that attacking monster's attack until the end of the turn. Okay, so you attack him with, like, some level of beat stick, like mid to high, drop everything, and then swing in with everything else. For this card, Synchro Summon, you can treat a Pendulum Summoned Pendulum monster as a tuner. What are the actual materials? Tuner and non-tuner Synchro. The Synchro material hurts this. If Synchro Summoned using a Pendulum that was Pendulum Summoned, you can target crowd in the grave at its hand. When a choice monster by battle, you can halve your opponent's life, and if in the monster zone, destroy a battle card effect, you can place it in the pen zone. Way too much work. Not enough payoff in the slightest. This is good. But, like, we don't really have enough shark stuff to make use of it. This isn't bad either. It's not a ninja card, though, which makes it not searchable. And it's a new card. 2 effect monsters, including an Orcus. Linked can't be destroyed by card effects. Target 2 your banished machine. Shuffle. Send. Yeah, I don't... It's not worth it to play an Orcus just to turn this on. That's if we even have an Orcus that would be half decent to play in the first place. Well, thanks all very much for watching. This has been a day. This has been a time, you know. And I do not look forward to this kind of a duel stream on Thursday. I hope it will be significantly different. So, yeah, let's update the stats real quick. Let's get to that one. The stats bit. Let's see just where we're at. We're, like, what, 2 duels? Yeah, 2 duels from completing this, which is actually a lot better than I thought. So, 1559. So, yeah, we played 18. And should be 578. 576 even. Yeah, right. And that's for the start of stream 102. And that puts that up to date. But yeah, thank you all very much for joining in. I need company when days like this happen. I need things to keep me going. Like mandatory cake. Anyway, you all have a good one. Look forward to catching you actually Thursday this time. It was just, you know, life events. And, yeah. You all have a good time. See you then. Bye-bye for now.